Benson for the point. Back to Better through the block and down. He'll go. Back to Bass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And good evening, everybody. I'm Leaf Bockett, and thanks for joining us on yourliveevent.com as we have got a matchup of volleyball tonight. 8th AA section is where we're at, as we are in Hawley, Minnesota, as they have invited the Pelican Rapid Vikings to take them on tonight in section volleyball. Glad to have you along for the ride. We'll talk about these two teams and get going here. Thanks again for joining us. Your live event powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. We've got a host of sponsors, and we'll get to those, of course, in a while. And encourage you here early on that any of the folks you see during this broadcast, please go say hello to them, give them your business, and thank them for sponsoring tonight's game and other events that you see here on yourliveevent.com. Once again, I'm Leaf Bakken with the broadcast for tonight from Hawley, Minnesota. Thursday night volleyball. I was here just the other night to watch the Nuggets beat the Rebels from Dilworth Glendon Felton in a rivalry match and the home opener for the Nuggets. And that was a big win, 3-1. Sets 3 and 4, super exciting, with a 26-24 final in the third and a 28-26 final in the fourth. We saw an amazing, great game for the Nuggets, and Fleming really putting the icing on the cake there. Looking forward to another good one tonight as we talk about these two teams, starting with the Pelican Rapids Vikings. They are 1-4 on the season, so struggling a little bit, and we'll talk to Coach Heidi Eisman about that in our coaches' comments for the pregame coming up in just a bit. So far here for the Nuggets of Hawley, they are 7-3 overall, 3-1 in the conference. They went and participated in a tournament, and they're showing some strength. And talk a little bit I will talk in a bit about some of the strengths we see between our two teams, some of their weaknesses as well, and what we can see moving forward for these two. You're on yourliveevent.com. We've got our community co-op scoreboard ready to go, and also coming up at the end of the game, we'll have our Enbridge Energy player of the game. So that'll be coming up thanks to Enbridge Energy, as we'll talk about that at the end for this game. So just a lot to look forward to. So be watching for who your favorite player is, and we'll see how it all goes tonight as things roll along here. The Golden Nuggets of Hawley, Minnesota have invited the Pelican Rapids Vikings to play Thursday night volleyball on yourliveevent.com. We'll be coming right back.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
A-Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. A-Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, A-Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
yourliveevent.com, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting.
Through the block and down.
Other sponsors for tonight. I'm Leaf Bakken, your play-by-play announcer here on Your Live Event.
Back to Bass. He'll look to fire
As
deep
we have
and
got
intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
On the Nuggets
Halstead
of Hawley,
Telephone
Minnesota,
Company
here at
and
the Hawley
R&J
High School
Broadcasting Incorporated is proud
was
to
here the other
present
night
to
for
you
an
this
exciting
broadcast
couple of,
on
sets of four.
yourliveevent.com.
The Nuggets would come out on top over rival DGF Rebels 3-1 two really tight sets at the end. Set 3 ending 26-24, and then a 28-26 finish for the night, and it was exciting. Lots of energy. You can see across the way the folks from Hawley. There was more people here the other night, and Coach, I know, hoping that more people filter in, and we'll see how that all goes. Speaking of Coach, we will talk with Coach Kathleen Rusted. She is the head coach for the Golden Nuggets of Hawley, and we'll listen to her first, and then we'll move over to Heidi Eisman, who coaches the Pelican Rapids Vikings, and we'll hear both those coaches, starting off with Coach Rusted here on YourLiveEvent.com. Here on YourLiveEvent.com, I'm Leif Bakken, and we've got our pregame coaches' comments with Coach Kat Rusted of the Hawley Golden Nuggets for the volleyball game tonight as they face the Pelican Rapids Vikings. And Coach, let's just wind back a little bit and talk about Tuesday night's game. I mean, a big win over rival DGF, and so that's kind of nice, especially on the home opening week.
It was a great feel to get back in the gym, first of all. Smelling the popcorn, seeing the fans, feeling the energy. We haven't seen that for, probably a couple years now. And what a great way to start it with a close rival of DGF. Tessa brings a good, strong team. Competition was there. Hopefully we provided a lot of entertainment for everybody in the gym, considering it lasted all 4 games and, went 2.5 hours or so, or 2 hours long. And thankfully we came out on top that night. Girls played hard. They fought tooth and nail all the way to the end in the final match. 28-26, finished it off with the win. So, great night.
Yeah, 2 really great sets between the 2 teams in the third and the fourth, and to pull off the last 3 wins is always great. And kind of my bridge from that game to this game is talking about the, I guess I'm going to call them the triple threat from what I could see. I mean, you have Eilertson, Fleming, and Rustad, like a good stew of potato, carrots, and meat. They work really well together. They're seniors, and so they're showing these younger girls how to play, and they're showing everybody watching tonight and the other night that they know what they're made of, and they're a really good crew out there.
I would say the same. They should be proud of themselves. They are great community members, not only that. They do show a lot of pride in what they do. Being a part of something bigger than them is probably one of their highlights too. Whether it's on the volleyball court or in school or in their families or communities, they get out there and they just work hard, whatever it is. So, got to be proud of that. And that is setting a really great example for those younger ones. That's what you hope for in your seniors or your leadership team. And I think they definitely exemplified that on Tuesday.
Absolutely. Let's move on and talk about the Vikings. You guys are coming into this one 7-3. You've got a lead in the conference as well, and they're struggling a little bit, but you can't just take that for granted. You still have to come out and play volleyball.
You bet. It's a different night, right? You can play great one night, and all of a sudden you can go the other route. So we did talk about focus. That's kind of one thing we've been, it's been in conversation anyways. And when you can watch game tape, you can practice, you can do this, you can do that, but really when it comes down to it, your focus needs to be every ball, every point. So let's hope these girls are working as hard as they were Tuesday, continue to work hard, just like their personalities are, and it'll be a fun night again tonight.
Takeaways from Tuesday to work on tonight, and that'll help you out in tonight's game.
I think I talked a little bit about our defense changing throughout the night Tuesday. So if the girls are on the same page, they've felt the energy on Tuesday. That was a kind of a shock to their system. So now they've gotten over that hump. They know that they're going to have to communicate early, communicate soon and louder than what they thought in practice. So hopefully we're going to be better at that and making the change sooner than we did in the last game.
Coach, best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Coach Kat Rusted for the Golden Nuggets from Hawley as they take on the Pelican Rapids Vikings on YourLiveEvent.com.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With YourLiveEvent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with your live event.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
I'm Leif Bakken on YourLiveEvent.com, and we're standing here with Coach Heidi Eisman for the Pelican Rapids Vikings for this volleyball match here in Hawley against the Nuggets. Coach, your record is 1-4, but tell me a little bit about the team and what you guys have been up to this season, a year after COVID.
Well, you know, it's been a wild ride for everyone, but I guess the biggest thing is we're just happy we're here. It kind of brought back some memories last year when we were in Hawley. It was the last game before the shutdown. So we're just happy we're still playing and things are rolling and everyone's healthy. So that's something we're so grateful for.
What are some of the keys of the Vikings, in your opinion, that you have brought and you're going to execute tonight?
One of the biggest keys with this group is we have a really young group, but they are such hard workers and they're learning so fast. Extremely coachable and just making huge gains every week that they get on the court, learning something new. So we're really excited to see they've been making really good progress and just be with our execution. And that's been a big key for us, is being able to execute at a higher level.
So on that note, what do you need to do tonight to take out the Nuggets?
We got to stay aggressive and we got to be consistent. And that's kind of been our problem, is that up and down, but just keeping that aggressive execution going for as many sets as it takes. We're also going to need to be more aggressive on the serving end to really go after the Nuggets, because they have a nice balanced offense and we want to get them on a system as much as we can try to.
And looking ahead a little bit at things, you know, do you guys have a tough schedule all the way through? And I know you have to take it one game at a time, but is it one of those things where you've kind of picked out, all right, these are the big battles we have to win, and these are the ones where we still need to focus, but we need to come and execute well?
Well, of course, you know, just getting that regular schedule back was kind of a new thing, where last year we just had the conference schedule. So it has been that nice change to get some more section teams. And then, of course, we moved up to 2A, which is a change for us too this year with coming into the section tournament. But no, we definitely know we have to play our best volleyball at all of our conference games, especially against the Nuggets tonight. But we're up for the challenge for sure.
Coach, best of luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
Coach Heidi Eisman, she's the coach for the Pelican Rapid Vikings as they take on the Golden Nuggets of Hawley on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With preschool, before and after school enrichment, and community education, the Hawley Public Schools are able to provide learning opportunities for all students. With academic clubs, athletics, and fine arts, the Hawley Public Schools has the right club or organization for your student to become a member of. To learn more about programs and activities offered by the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us.
Work has begun to replace Line 3 near your community, and keeping everyone safe is our top priority. Please be extra careful when driving near construction activity. Be aware of trucks and heavy equipment, and please don't enter the work areas, because we all want everyone home safe. For more information, visit enbridge.com/line3us.
There you heard it. Thanks to both coaches for their comments here on YourLiveEvent.com between Coach Kat Rustad and Coach Heidi Eisman for the Nuggets and the Vikings, respectively. Hey, I'm Leaf Bach, and glad to have play-by-play action for you tonight as we are winding down the clock and about to get ready to talk a little bit, or do some national anthem. That's what that's called, and get to our lineups here. And a couple of things to note is the key for the Vikings, as Coach said, is going to be getting the offense of the Nuggets kind of offbeat and working hard against that. And we'll have to see how they execute the other side of things for Nuggets. They did really well the other night. The first set, though, they did lose to DGF, and that's because of some net violations. So they just need to be prepared to stay out of the net and keep that. It's going to keep that out of the way. It's going to come down to serving, as it does in a lot of cases in high school volleyball. So we'll see how many aces and how many service errors we have just to kind of go off between these two teams. And hopefully things will line up, and they'll both do well tonight. And I'm glad you're along for the ride here on YourLiveEvent.com. Leaf Bakken with the play-by-play call. As our teams get lined up and ready. And I believe we'll do the anthem, and then we'll be back with your starting lineups. So we'll be right back here on YourLiveEvent.com with more volleyball action here for the Nuggets from Hawley, Minnesota. It's the Vikings and the Nuggets. Your live event.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
Thanks for sticking around on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Leaf Bakken, and I'm proud to bring you the play-by-play for tonight's matchup between the Pelican Rapids Vikings, who have been invited by the Hawley Nuggets to play some volleyball on a Thursday night. They're going through the non-starters, which we'll be able to talk a little bit about the starters coming up as we get a shot over there on the volleyball buddies that the Hawley Nuggets have done a good program and getting those young girls started in the sport, and it sounds like it's been a pretty big success. So let's talk a little bit about the Pelican Rapids Vikings and their starters for tonight. Wearing the number 1 will be Hazen Haugrud, She's a freshman wearing the number 1, and she'll be the off-colored jersey wearing the black tonight. She's the libero. Morgan Korf is wearing the number 2. She's an 8th grader. She's a setter and right side hitter. Sophia Paulson wears the number 6. She's a senior, also a setter and right side hitter. Number 7, Tori Stephenson, a senior and outside hitter. Anna Roisum, she's a freshman wearing the number 9 and a middle hitter. Kelsey Eisman wears the number 11. She's also a junior and an outside hitter. And rounding out the crew for the Vikings from Pelican Rapids is number 14, Ellie Welch, who's a sophomore and middle hitter. Head coach is Heidi Eisman, along with some assistant coaches there from Pelican Rapids. And we heard Coach Eisman talk about the young group, and you heard me kind of read them off. There's only 2 seniors on this crew, a handful of juniors, and then we have an eighth grader starting. So that's pretty impressive as we see the lineup for the Pelican Rapids Vikings, running through here. So we'll have to see what the Vikings can do with a young team, and they've got some building to do. They are 1-4 on the season so far.
Coach for the Vikings is Heidi Eisman. Assistant coaches Marie Kupke and Amanda Bells.
Well, let's talk a little bit here about your Hawley Nuggets, who will be being announced.
For your Hawley Golden Nuggets. First, the junior, number 5.
Number 5 is Anna Steer. She's a middle hitter standing at 5'9", junior. Number 6 is Alex Eilertson. She's a setter and right side hitter, 5'7", senior. Also a senior is number 7, Grace Fleming, the outside hitter at 5'8". Now they're my big 3. They're the triple threat. And so watch them closely tonight, folks. Wearing the number 8 is Faith Rusted. She's a 5'9" outside hitter and a senior as well. She's the one that takes out that triple threat. And number 9 is Isabel Steer, a 5'9" freshman and middle hitter. And also Ashley Fletcher out there wearing the number 11, defensive specialist and setter at 5'7" and a senior. Interesting thing for the Nuggets is they do not have a libero, which is fine. You have a couple defensive specialists and you're able to work with it. That's fine. Head coach is Kat Rusted, assisted by Marissa Thompson, Shannon Olson, Nicole Martin, Kim Yulvin, and Ali Reno. The Hawley Golden Nuggets wearing their maroon jerseys with the golden numbers and names, while the Vikings are in their away whites with the orange numbers and black lettering with an orange highlight around it. The libero again, Hazel Haugrud, she is wearing the black with the orange number 1. The Nuggets are 7-3 overall. As I mentioned earlier, they're 3-1 in the conference. Next week, the Nuggets will host Crookston on Tuesday. It is homecoming week for them next week. I'll be here with your play-by-play. Then they are on the road next Thursday. So kind of an interesting setup there for their homecoming. But, hey, they've got home football this weekend and next weekend. Hey, I've got a special announcement for you when it comes to football tomorrow night here on yourliveevent.com. Nugget fans, Friday night, your Nuggets will host West Central area here on yourliveevent.com, and they will be joined by a special guest at halftime, current Minnesota Vikings tight end and 2015 Hawley High School graduate Ben Ellefson will talk with Kevin Kochman about his new role on the field with the Vikings. So that's exciting. Join us here on yourliveevent.com. Nuggets versus West Central area, and Ben Ellefson will be on with Kevin Kochman. So really exciting stuff there. Hometown boy playing for his home state team. That's pretty cool. You got to admit that. I know you Nugget fans at home know who Ben Ellefson is, and I hope I can meet him sometime. That'd be great. I'm new to the area, and as I say that, I'm new to these two teams a bit. I've got a little more experience with the Nuggets after Tuesday night. We've got Nuggets and Vikings volleyball on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for joining us. Vikings will start off as we see a big dig, and now Steer will send it across on a good set. Vikings work it around and to the back. It'll go off of Isabel Steer in the back row, and it appears that the Vikings will strike first. This one will be in towards the back row, set up and attacked by Anna Steer, and she'll put it to the boards. Nice setup there by Eilertson. Anna Steer with the kill. That was Paulson, Sophia Paulson, who is serving for the Vikings, as Fleming steps to the back to serve. This one goes across, dug up by Stephenson. Korf back to Stephenson to free ball it across. Fleming is there for the dig, followed by Eilertson, and then the attack put on and going to turn into a kill after it bounces off of the ceiling. Good job there for Faith Rustad. That'll put the Golden Nuggets up 2-1 here in the first set. Fleming to serve once again. This one goes back. Stephenson is there for the dig. Paulson, and now the attack, and the kill put down by Kelsey Eisman. Nice job by Paulson on the assist. So this will send Eisman back on the serve as we're wrapped up at 2. Good dig up by Fletcher. Here's the attack and put to the back. Good job by Haugrud. This one will go under the net. So this will bring Anna Steer to serve. So unfortunate error there for the Vikings. But we've got a tight one here in the first set. 3-2. Vikings working around. Attack put on. Big block up front, and that will go down for the Hawley Golden Nuggets. Great job up front by Steer and Eilertson. (4-2) and the serve by Steer. Dug up by Haugrud, excuse me. Attack put on and put down by Eisman once again, just out of the reach of the back row of the Nuggets. As we keep it short in the first set, 4-3. Served by Welch, goes across. Nice tip over there by Steer. The Vikings trying to work it around, and Steer will come up with the points. That's Isabel Steer. 5-3 now, as Eilertson serves it up. Vikings to work, a few call-offs, and then it will go out of bounds as Eisman was on her way over and then got called off and then decided to commit to it again. It looked like maybe Roysam was there as well, trying to call her off of it. Little miscommunication turns into points for the Golden Nuggets of Hawley, Minnesota. Paulson with the setup. Here's Roysam. Nice job to set in the far back there for Eilertson. Now this one goes sent back. Good job to handle by the Vikings, but they'll have to free ball it across. Set up close to the net. Nice tip over by Isabel Steer. And good block up front as Roysam went on the attack, but the Vikings are able to handle it and work it around again. Eilertson, now the attack to the back, and that's a nice job there for Iverson, who stepped onto the floor. McKenna Iverson with the kill. Set up by Alex Eilertson as we talk about McKenna Iverson, the 5'10 senior for this team. Almost miscontrolled or uncontrollable by Haugrud. Worked around, and there's a big kill. Faith Rustad hits it up front and gets things rolling here, and that'll prompt a timeout from Coach Heidi Eisman with an 8-3 lead here on YourLiveEvent.com and the Community Co-op scoreboard for the Hawley Golden Nuggets. We'll take a quick break and be right back in 30. 8-3, Nuggets lead.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck, Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
8 for the Hawley Nuggets, 3 for the Pelican Rapids Vikings, as the Vikings are the visitors on the scoreboard here at Hawley, Minnesota on yourliveevent.com. I'm Leif Bakken. Glad to have the play-by-play action for you here in set number 1, as the Nuggets and Pelicans started off pretty tight, but now we're seeing it loosen up a little bit. The Nuggets pulling away. Here's a hard set across by Stephenson for the Vikings. Here's a push over by Isabel Steer for the Nuggets. Now Royzum will go on the attack. Set up by Fleming. And the attack by Iverson. Vikings working around. Now the Nuggets get a chance. Just a slight tip and a little bit not too light, as Steer and Iverson had to dive for that one. So unfortunate error there, as the Vikings trail 4-8 on the Community Co-op scoreboard. They will get control of the ball, though. Here's a hard hit to the back and going to go towards the wall. Haugrud, I'm going to get that right one of these times. And then the Vikings put it into the net. That was a nice hard hit by Isabel Steer on the far side. She was set up by Eilertson. Couldn't be controlled, as Faith Rusted will be the one to serve for the Nuggets. Good dive by Eisman, and now sent across by the Vikings. Nuggets will work it around. Here's the attack up front by none other than Isabel Steer, and she'll get the points. And I was mistaken, so I'll have to mark that back as it was on the wrong side. It went to the Vikings on that one, so I apologize there. As this one will be tipped over, and give the kill to Iverson on that, as she just tipped it over, and the Nuggets take the ball back. Isabel Izzy Steer, freshman, starting for this Nugget team. Vikings decide to change how they're going to hit this one. Tipped over, blocked in. Now it will go over the net. And a little miscommunication up front as it goes to the back, and the back row was not ready for it. Points for the Nuggets. Haugrud had the good dig, and it's sent across by Stephenson. Nuggets working around. Here's Fleming on the attack. Haugrud gets a hand on it, and Paulson able to find it. Now hard set across by Royzum. This one heading to the back. Nice job by Haugrud. The Vikings will hard set to the back corner where nobody's there. What did they say? It was out. Right on the edge where I couldn't see it. So just a little too hard there from Anna Royzum for the Vikings. Nuggets keeping control. Here's the attack for the Vikings by Eisman. This one goes out of bounds as well. 13-5 on the Community Co-op scoreboard in favor of the Hawley Golden Nuggets. Student section with the Spirit Fingers on the serve. Haugrud with the dig. Korf, and then the attack by Royzum. Blocked up front. Royzum will try to go after it again after Paulson got to it after the block, and then it goes down. Isabel Steer remaining our server. Hard set across by Sophia Paulson. Nuggets working around, and now into the block. That was Anna Steer. They did a good job. A little miscommunication on the Vikings side. Golden Nuggets work with it into the net and make it work. Round we go with the Vikings. Ooh, run into each other there between Eilertson and Isabel Steer. So they're got to work that one out. They'll come together, talk about it briefly, and it looked like Steer had control of it, but Eilertson wanted to try to go for the dig. So that turns things over to the Vikings, who trail 6-14. This one too far. Lots of power. We saw that the other night from both the Rebels of DGF and from this Hawley Nuggets team. A lot of power. We saw a lot of hard attacks. Just too far. Nice serve there by Haugrud. That's Iverson who had the attack. Here's the attack from Stephenson on the other side for the Vikings. Nuggets working around. Steer up front. That's Anna Steer. Nice dig for the Vikings. Now Eisman. Way too hard. and turns into points for the Nuggets here in set number 1.
Now in for the Nuggets, number 4, Maddie Walker. Serving serve.
15-7 lead for the Hawley Nuggets as we see Maddie Walker step onto the floor to serve. Walker, a 5'4 senior, setter and defensive specialist, as this one is knocked hard out the back corner. And now we'll see another timeout taken here by Coach Heidi Eisman of the Pelican Rapids Vikings, getting things together. And there's a good look at your Hawley Nuggets, as I've got camera work here by Sella, doing a great job so far here in set 1. Keep up the good work. 16-7 on the Community Co-op scoreboard as the Hawley Nuggets lead the Vikings from Pelican Rapids here in the second game at home and second game this week for the Hawley Golden Nuggets. They had a good run of 4 sets, winning the second, third, and fourth on Tuesday night against rival Dilworth Glendon Felton, as the Lady Rebels had come to town. As we break out of our timeout, Walker will take a stand in the back and get ready to serve. Walker sends it just to the side, so unfortunate serve error. Well, the Vikings are halfway there here in the first set. Nuggets work it around. Here's Rustad with the hit, and there's a big block up front. Great job by Welch and Korf, successfully executing that one up front, keeping the ball in the Vikings' hands. Dig up by Isabel Steer. An attack by Anna Steer. She was set up by Eilertson for the assist. Great job by Anna Steer, getting her second kill of the evening, according to my stats. Makes it 17-9 on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Grace Fleming will step back and serve for the Golden Nuggets. Received by Stephenson, set up by Paulson. Stephenson goes on the attack, goes off the tip of the block, and now worked by the Nuggets. Rustad up front. Now here's a hard set for the Vikings. Nice tip back behind. Where was that at? Just outside. I went right to the line judge, and that was a nice little execute there, trying to tip it over the top of her head and to that sideline, but couldn't quite find the line, and that's the hard part about that as well, is you can't see the line, so how do you know that's going to go in? Here's a big serve for Kelsey Eisman, who will get the ace. Next serve will unfortunately go into the net. A great serve, and then a not so great serve turns into points for the Nuggets, and they keep their lead 18-11. In set number 1, we've got a lot of volleyball to play here on YourLiveEvent.com, and glad you're with us on this one. And as I say that, we turn things over to Anna Steer, and she will get the ace to kick things off on her service. Extend the lead to 8. This one goes to the back where Haugrud is. Set up for Stephenson. Great dig there by Rustad, excuse me. And then she's able to go on the attack and get the kill as well. Set up there by Eilertson with another great assist. Make it 20-11. Anna Steer set way back on the serve. As she does that, the floor official calls the serve off and says there was a rotation error. And so because of that, it turns into a point for the Nuggets. The official steps up. He's trying to explain it. Nobody really moved. And now we'll see Faith Rustad step off and Alexa Ali Reap step on. Reap is a 5'7" sophomore, outside hitter, defensive specialist, and now we're ready to play. As I say that, Steer will get another ace as Haugrud couldn't quite handle it, went off her arm at a wrong angle and out the back. Here's the next serve. Haugrud able to take care of that one. Paulson, now Stephenson, and she'll get the kill. Great job. Stephenson, Paulson with the assist. 10 points down for the Pelican Rapids Vikings in set number 1, but they get to serve. Worked around by the Nuggets, attack by Steer. Worked around by the Vikings, now the attack, and a big block up front by Isabel Steer. Vikings had a good opportunity there. They were working it around real nice, and up front, it just didn't work out for Welch. As I say that, Eisman gets to the ball on the serve, and it goes right back, but the Hawley Nuggets can't take care of it. And there we go. Should be all set. Worked around. Good job there by Reap. Stephenson sends it across. Steer, Eilertson, and tipped across by Iverson. Out of bounds, though. 23-14. Vikings trying to rally up some points. Here in set number 1 as the Vikings crowd comes alive a little bit, trying to encourage their players. Fleming from the back row. Stevenson. Haugrud, and then set over. Here's the Nuggets finding the back. That's Steer once again. The freshman shining tonight. 24-14. As Ali Reap will be the one to serve on the set point. Paulson is there to receive. Miscommunication. Eisman, and now free ball to cross by Royzum. Worked around by the Nuggets. Here's Fleming. Haugrud, Korf. Now hard hit way out the side. Hard one there by Tori Stephenson, and that is how the first set here ends. And that is for the Nuggets with the 25 points and their guests 14, the Pelican Rapids Vikings. We'll be coming back with set 2 action in just a bit here on YourLiveEvent.com. Community Co-op scoreboard reads 1-0 in favor of the Nuggets, 25-14 after one set of play.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
Ag Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Ag Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Ag Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it. And always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
Set number 1 is done with as we reset our community co-op scoreboard to 0, but it does say off to the side there that the Nuggets lead 1-0 here on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Leaf Bach and glad to have the play-by-play action for you here from Hawley, Minnesota. Hawley Nuggets hosting the Pelican Rapids Vikings in conference play of 8-2A Minnesota Volleyball. That is what this is, and glad you're along for the ride. Well, we saw some good things from both these teams. I thought early on we had a really tight game going on, back and forth, and then we started to see the Nuggets pull away and end up with that 25-14 win after one set of play. Big appearances so far by Faith Rusted and Isabel Steer, the freshman, shining tonight for the Golden Nuggets, as both of them have 3 kills on the board. According to my stats, let me glance back up at the scoreboard. They only have 1 kill set for Steer. Anna Steer also has 2. Iverson with 2 as well. As we turn over to the Vikings side of things, 2 kills for Stephenson in that first set, along with 2 for Kelsey Eisman. So a couple of leaders here on this team. Stephenson, a senior, Eisman, a junior. And we heard Coach Heidi Eisman tell us in the pregame comments, coach's comments, that yeah, her team is young, and so she's going to have, they've had their struggles in that sense, but they've got 2 seniors who are putting in the work. Paulson doing a great job with a couple of assists, mostly assisting Stephenson so far. Eisman also had an ace for the Vikings as I change colored pens, and we get ready to go in set number 2. Grace Fleming will be the one to kick things off, the 5'8" senior for the Hawley Nuggets here in set number 2 on YourLiveEvent.com. Stephenson got a piece of it, and then knocked it out of bounds, so it'll be an ace for Fleming. Here's the next serve. This one is dug up and then put back down. But as I say that, it was put back down hard by the Nuggets, but that was Anna Steer, who found her way into the net for a violation. So we're wrapped up at 1. This will bring Eisman to serve. Set up by Eilertson here for and sending it to the floor is Faith Rusted. So, no problems on the net violation. Shrug that one off and move on to the next as they power it down. Anna Steer will be the one to serve. Light serve. Haugrud wanted to be there for it, and she was. Welch with the light tip across on the attack. Set by Steer, attacked by Rustad. Worked around by the Vikings, free balled across by Korf. Hard attack, nice job by Haugrud to gather that one up for Isabel Steer. But not able to find anybody in the front row for the Vikings. So nice job there. Haugrud is all over the floor. Really like what she's bringing to the table for this Vikings team. Next one for Steer is going to be a serve error. And so we'll update our scoreboard on the Community Co-op scoreboards 3-2. As Welch serves. Nice job by Rustad pushing that one across for the Nuggets. Paulson over to Stephenson. Good block up front. And, oh, they didn't say it was a block. It was into the net, and when it came down, it fooled me anyway, because the Vikings got 4 hits, and so it turns into Hawley Nugget points. Eilertson on the serve. This is going to turn into an ace, as it's uncontrollable there for Korf. So Eilertson will try again here at 5-2, and I don't mean try. She did a good job on the first one. Paulson, and now hard across by Haugrud. Worked around for the Nuggets, and put down by Steer. That'll be her official 3rd kill in the book. On the board, 6-2, now the score. In set number 2 on YourLiveEvent.com. Stephenson, Paulson, And now Korf on the attack. Big block up front. None other than the freshman, Isabel Steer. She had a little help as well from partner Rusted. And that puts the Hawley Nuggets up 7-2 on the Community Co-op's scoreboard here from Hawley, Minnesota. I'm Leaf Bach, and I'm glad that you're on yourliveevent.com, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. We saw that first set go like this. It was a 25-14 win for the Nuggets after a tight start, and after we got to about 5 apiece, then we started to see the Nuggets pull away, and they kept the distance of about, I'd say 6. And so they kept that distance, and the Vikings tried to rally back in that first set, but couldn't quite do it. As we sit here 1-0 in sets in favor of Hawley, and a 7-2 lead for them as well here in set number 2. Well, it looks like we'll resume play here with Eilerton remaining in the back. No, excuse me, that is Steer. Stephenson on the attack for the Vikings. Good dig by Fleming. There's Eilerton for the setup and the attack by Steer. They get it back across after a block. Vikings work it around. There's Korf on the attack. Nope, excuse me, that's Royzum. Here's Royzum on the attack, going to the back corner. It would have been out, but Fleming wanted a piece of it, and she did, but it went the wrong direction. So a 7-3 score on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Morgan Korf to serve for the Vikings. Eilerton, now huge attack and kill there for Faith Rudstead. Excellent setup for Eilerton, by Eilerton, I should say. And Faith Rudstead, she's got some hops. She can get up there and bring it down. She'll serve now as Eisman takes it on, followed by Paulson, sent over by Royzum. Worked around for the Nuggets. The attack there by Iverson. Good job for the Vikings to work with it. Nuggets get it again. Here's going to go to that far side. Nice dive by Howard, but just too late as Izzy Steer comes up with the kill. Rustad with the near side serve. Haugru is there. Stephenson on the attack. Eilertson, Rustad, now Iverson with the set across attack. Paulson will get it. Now here's the setup. That's for Royzum. Great job for Anna Royzum, set up by Paulson. We're seeing Sophia Paulson do her job there for the Vikings as the setter getting the second touch. As this one barely goes over, and it'll come down. Good job for Tori Stephenson on the ace, her first of the night. Just out in front of Fleming. Another kind of low one coming in. Across by Isabel Steer. Korf sets it up. Attack by Eisman, big block up front, so the Vikings work it again. Eilertson, Rustad, now Fleming on the attack. Partial block, remains on the Viking side. Vikings tip it across. Eilertson on the setup. Here's Fleming, trying to set it to the back corner. Haugrud's there. Korf. And now up front was Royzum trying to put it through, and it's blocked. And actually it hit the top of the net, so not quite a block. But the effort was made there. 10-5 here in set number 2 on yourliveevent.com, our Community Co-op's scoreboard. Vikings working with it. Stephenson from the back row into the net. As the Hawley student section puts on a little bit of pressure. A light serve from the Nuggets, and then miscommunication turns into an ace. as I say that, not an ace. But the points do go to the Nuggets, 12-5. Haugrud in the back corner on that serve, digs it up. Followed by Eisman, and sent over. Nuggets, hard attack by Steer, and it's just out of the reach of Stephenson. Great job by Anna Steer. Big, big kill. Her second of the night. Ball worked around by the Vikings. Block up front. Royzem will get to it though. Paulson, and then set across. Nuggets. Eilertson. Here's Iverson on the attack. Good job there by, I believe that's one of the substitutes who is Keikaha. Zoe Keikaha, the defensive specialist, stepping on. As this serve is going to be just too much by the Nuggets. So it'll be 14-6 in favor of the Nuggets of Hawley on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Haugrud on the serve. Steer is there, followed by Anna Steer, and then the attack by Fleming, just too much. And the Vikings will take whatever points they can get, I imagine, even if it is on the, especially on the hard errors by the Nuggets. Rustad's there on the reception of the serve. Eilertson followed by Steer, pushing it across with her palm. Welch sending it over by the Vikings, and then just nearby, Welch is able to reach up and tap that one in. Good job, good kill there for Ellie Welch. I guess I wouldn't have called it a block by any means. I'd say a kill and just a flick of the wrist there. Hey, there's going to be an ace now for Hazel Haugrud, as it's mishandled by Faith Rustad, as the Nuggets have found a little bit of troubles, I should say, here. So it goes up and off the ceiling, but it's still playable. Fleming taps it across. She'll get the ball back after a free pass, and it'll go down. She'll get the kill. Fletcher will step back onto the floor to serve now for the Nuggets, as McKenna Iverson steps off and gets a drink. Stephenson steps back on, and Keikaha will step off. Serve here by Fletcher goes into the net, so unfortunate there. 15-10, now the score on the Community Co-op scoreboard with the Vikings in control of the ball, but down on the board. Anna Steer sends this one over to Haugrud, and it goes off of her arm. And that'll be the third kill tonight for Anna Steer. This will send Fleming to the back on the serve, 16-10. Korf able to get that and set it up. Now it goes to Stephenson and sent over by Eisman. Fleming, Eilerton, and the big kill. Was it out? No. They say that Rustad was in the net for another violation, giving the Pelican Rapids Vikings 11 points on the board, but still down by 5. Nuggets work with it. Anna Steer, just a nice tip over, finding an open spot. That's a good job for Anna Steer, making a read on the floor. And now we're going to see a substitution here. Grace Backstrom will step onto the floor. She's a freshman right side hitter, stepping on for the senior Tori Stephenson. Anna Steer back to serve. Haugrud there to set it up. Paulson, is there, and then there's the big kill for Kelsey Eisman. Paulson with the assist. Ellie Welch will step back and serve now for the Vikings. Hard set for Fleming, but Eilertson finds it and gets it to Rustad, and then it's too far out of bounds. The Vikings getting that point here in set number 2. Things starting to tighten up just a little bit. A timeout going to be taken by Coach Rusted of the Golden Nuggets from Hawley. As we're starting to see things slip up a little bit. Only a 4-point lead for the Nuggets here on YourLiveEvent.com and the Community Co-op's scoreboard. 17-13. Pelican Rapids Vikings in town playing. And just want to take a quick look and glance around what we've got going on tonight. Devil's Lake at Fargo North for volleyball on YourLiveEvent.com. Also, International Falls Broncos and the LBF Vikings in Minnesota volleyball. So we've got North Dakota volleyball and Minnesota volleyball here on YourLiveEvent.com tonight. Only three matches tonight, but we've got a load of football for you tomorrow. All on YourLiveEvent.com. We've got 9-man, we've got 11-man. Your live event becoming a home for sports, for sure, for this part of the world. As we resume play, ball worked around, blocked up front. They're going to say 4 hits, so not a block. So that's unfortunate there, just at the very top of the net. The Nuggets couldn't quite push it over. Vikings bring it within 3. As I say that, Welch will put this one into the net, and it'll go back to a 4-point lead for the Nuggets. Iverson steps back on, Fletcher off. And Eilertson will step back to serve. Eilertson sends it to the back. There's Haugrud for it, Paulson. And now light set over by Korf for the kill. Good job there. I like the setup of that, and it's all about timing. And if you have that timing set up and then mixing that timing up. As Korf made that point, Korf will serve. This one goes into the stand. Oh, it is still played. Oh, no, okay. It went into the stand of the official, and so then it fell back onto the Golden Nuggets side, but that's not playable anymore as the official calls it down and dead. Korf on the second serve, received by Rusted. There was Eilertson, and then the attack by Steer. And as that happens, the Vikings get lucky there with a net violation instead of the out-of-bounds ball. I think I'm having the same issue that the PA guy, I think he just called them the Pelicans, and it feels like they should be, but for those of you listening from Pelican Rapids, you guys are the Vikings. And proud of it, I'm sure. Too hard on the serve, so a service error. That one was by Faith Rusted. 2-point game on the Community Co-op scoreboard in set number 2. Eilertson sets it up for Fleming. Ooh, into the face of Paulson. So big kill there for Fleming. No blood. So we're good there. Ball worked around, a little miscommunication, but Roysam's able to send it over. Here's Fleming on the attack for the Nuggets, finds the back row. Great job by Fleming. That's the third one for her tonight. Great job by Eilertson once again, setting her up, doing her job. 21-17 the score as we see a substitution of Paulson stepping off. And this is the junior Taya Marich stepping on. Roysam will free ball it across for the Nuggets. Rustad, Eilertson, and then Iverson can't complete on the follow-through. Just a little bit of a mix-up on the timing there. Not too bad, though. With a 3-point lead on the Community Co-op scoreboard for the Nuggets over the Vikings, 21-18. Haugrud on the serve. Nuggets work it around. Steer finds the back corner. Good job by steer, excuse me. I'm getting caught up trying to figure out what I want to say and what's going on. And as that happens, we've got a timeout on the floor called by the Vikings. 22 for the Hawley Golden Nuggets, 18 for the Pelican Rapids Vikings on the Community Co-op scoreboard. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
We're ready to resume play on yourliveevent.com in set number 2. I'm Leaf Bach in 22-18 with the Nuggets leading and serving as this one is mishandled. Fletcher will get the ace. As the Vikings came out of their timeout, as Fletcher came on, there was a timeout called, and now things a little bit mixed up for the Vikings. On the next serve, we see Haugrud there. Big block up front. Good job. Now the Vikings have to work it around. Korf will send it across. Fleming on the attack. Haugrud is there. Fleming tries for it again. There's Welch, and just out of the reach of Marich. Fleming with the kill. And now we're at the set point. 24-18. Fletcher on the serve. Haugrud is there in the back. Backstrom was there and then was sent over. Now here's Anna Steer. Nice job by Haugrud. Backstrom. Haugrud trying to send it back and down on the air. And that's how we close up the second set. 25 for the Hawley Golden Nuggets, 18 for the Vikings from Pelican Rapids. Well, 2 sets under their belt. Can they take it in 3? We're going to find out here on yourliveevent.com. Don't go anywhere. We have more volleyball action coming your way.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With yourliveevent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with your live event.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With preschool, before and after school enrichment, and community education, the Hawley Public Schools are able to provide learning opportunities for all students. With academic clubs, athletics, and fine arts, the Hawley Public Schools has the right club or organization for your student to become a member of. To learn more about programs and activities offered by the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us.
Welcome back to the third set here on yourliveevent.com. I'm Leaf Bakken. Now I've got my scoreboard set. Community Co-op's scoreboard shows us 2-0 in favor of the Hawley Nuggets. Some hard attacks there in that second set kept the Nuggets alive, but they did have some net violations and some miscommunication that had the Vikings get back into it with an 18-25 finish. That first set went to the Golden Nuggets 14-25.
Starting set 3 for the Lady Vikings at the service line number 6, Sophia Olsen.
And we'll start off with the the Vikings serving, and that's Paulson. Worked around, and great job, Eilertson, setting up Fleming here in set number 3 to get things started. 5 kills for Grace Fleming, and as I say that, she will be the one to serve. Fleming will serve and get the ace as Stephenson couldn't handle it. And that'll put 2 now on the board here in set number 3, looking for the Golden Nuggets of Hawley, Minnesota, to sweep the Pelican Rapids Vikings. But we'll find out here on YourLiveEvent.com as Welch tips this one over and gets the kill. I believe she was set up there by Stephenson, so good job there. 2-1 now, Vikings with control of the ball, as Eilertson wanted to take that one to the boards, but a little too high as it was sent out the back door and turns into 2 around. This is Kelsey Eisman on the serve. Eilertson sets up Anna Steer, who puts it to the back. Great job for Anna Steer, who's been doing a good job tonight on a lot of different fronts. Anna Steer, the 5'9" junior, so she's got another good year ahead of her. She'll step back and serve as well. Haugrud, followed by Paulson. Welch on the attack and the kill. Paulson with the assist, and we're starting to see Ellie Welch start to make some big moves up front, and she'll be the one to serve from the back. This one barely over the net. Eilertson will take the opportunity to tip it over. And it's not too often that the setter ends up with those points unless she decides to go on number 2 and try to set it across to mistime things. And on that one, that's exactly what she did. Vikings weren't expecting it. Seems that the Nuggets that score are the ones who serve as the Vikings work around. Stephenson sends it across. Eilertson, Steer, and Fleming. Good job. Now here's Stephenson on the attack for the Vikings. Steer was there. Fleming, and now free ball to cross by Isabel Steer. Haugrud, Paulson, attack from the back. That's Eisman. And a steer to Fleming. Good job by Haugrud. We've got ourselves a back and forth volley. The name of the game, volleyball. As I say that, put down in the kill for Izzy Steer. She was set up there. I believe that was Anna Steer who had the assist. Substitution coming on. This is Destiny Salinas. Steps on. This one barely over the net, but that'll work. Attack by Rusted. Haugrud's there. Eisman. Hard set across by Roisum. Eilertson. Over to Fleming, or excuse me, Rusted. Great job as they extend their lead by 3 here in the third set. Another good assist for Alex Eilertson. Attack going down, and give it to her. Izzy Steer having a good night, as she was able to get that one just out of reach of the Vikings. Vikings, I feel like they're standing a little flat-footed on their side of the court. This one, hard serve, but Haugrud is there. Korf, and now Stephenson, free balls it across. Salinas, Eilertson, and the attack put on. Vikings working with it. Paulson tried to send it over, but just couldn't quite get it. Having a little trouble recognizing. Okay, so that was Izzy Steer who went on the attack and just got the Vikings out of rhythm there as we sit 8-3 on the Community Co-op scoreboard. You can kind of see the student section. Are we playing? I don't know what we're doing on the other side of the court, but they've been great the 2 nights I've been here. And oh, we got a little like joust or something going on. Fake boxing, that's what it is, fake boxing. Sella giving me a good smile, and she's been doing a great job running our camera tonight with an 8-3 lead for the Hawley Nuggets. As we take a look at a few of these statistics that I've got here. Leading the way right now, well, it's a 3-way tie on kills for the Nuggets between Anna Steer, Isabel Steer, and Faith Rusted, all with 6 so far in the game tonight. As for assists, it's Alex Eilertson, who's got 8 tonight, and she's got 1 kill, 1 ace, 1 block. She's kind of got the whole run going for her. Also see a couple of points. Grace Fleming has 5 kills for the evening. Haugrud sends it over. There's Salinas, Eilertson, and now Fleming sending to the back. Haugrud there again. Paulson attacked by Korf and puts it into the net for a Hawley Nugget point. Not as many folks here as there were the other night, but that's okay. As Anna Steer that was Eilertson who finally ends her reign as the serving queen. As the Nuggets put one hard to the floor. Good job by Rusted. I believe she was set up there by Grace Fleming. Rusted will be the one to step back. Jada Jegvig will step onto the floor, the 5'8 junior and outside hitter. Coming on for Grace Fleming, who gets a well-deserved break for the evening. Here's the serve by Rusted to the back where Eisman finds it. Paulson, now Eisman calls for it, hard set to the back row. Rusted's there. Eilertson, followed by Iverson, big block, saved, and then to the back, and it's in! Stephenson with the points. And according to what I've got here, she's got, that's her first on that side for her first of this set, I should say. She has 3 kills on the night. Nuggets work with it. Steer is able to send it over. Korf now setting it up for the Vikings. Paulson trying to push it over, but it lands on the wrong side. 11-5 is the score now on the Community Co-op scoreboard in the 3rd set. Hawley Nuggets lead by 2 sets to none. Korf with the setup. Here's Eisman with the push across, and a net violation turns into points for the Nuggets. I thought maybe they'd get the net violation on the other side, but a good job keeping themselves out, the Nuggets did. Korf sets it up for Roysum, and she'll get the kill. Morgan Korf with her first assist. Let's see, are we all set here? Now we are, 12-6 with the Vikings down and serving. Nuggets work it around. Rustad will come up with the kill as she sends that over. Mishandled by the Vikings. Walker will step on now for Iverson on the Nuggets side of the floor with their 13-6 lead on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Walker sends it across to where Paulson is. Haugrud, and now free ball over by Korf. There's Walker to dig it up. Steer will send it over on the setup by Eilertson. Eisman, free ball over. Walker, Eilertson. Now that's Jekvig. And she'll put it into the net, unfortunately, and turn into a Vikings point. Talked a little bit about Jada Jekvig, Maddie Walker, the 5'4" senior. Out there wearing the number 4 for the Nuggets. See what Steer can do on the attack. There's Haugrud. And pushed across by the Vikings. Eilertson sets it up for Jekvig. Paulson is there. Welch, hard set over. Walker is there to find it. Eilertson, now Steer. Nice little tap, gets through the block and down to the floor. Good points there for Anna Steer. Eilertson just doing her job as the setter. Jada Jekvig will be the one to serve now. Stephenson is there, and this will be Jekvid's ace to go in the books. Zoe Kekaha will step on now for the Vikings. And looks like we've got substitute on the Nuggets side. I'll get to that as Jekvig serves, and it will be in on the back line, so there's another ace. And that extends an 11-point lead as another substitution is wanted by Coach Rustad of the Hawley Nuggets. This will be Marissa Allis. She's a 5'7" right side hitter and a junior. Ball worked around. Welch gets it through the block, and now Hawley's got to try to send it back. And they find the edge. Great job there. Stephenson comes back on for the Vikings, and I'm trying to figure out that was Eilertson with the kill. 10-point lead on the Community Co-op scoreboard here for the Hawley Nuggets. Jekvig continuing to serve. Stephenson, Paulson, and now Eisman sends it to the back corner. As they want to get into this one again, Paulson with the assist over to Kelsey Eisman. Eisman, the outside hitter and junior for this Vikings team, as she serves. Mishandled on the Nugget side of things, turning into an ace. That's Eisman's second ace. We didn't see her get one in the second set, but the first and the third now. Trying to creep back into this game. Eisman serve, grabbed by Walker. Eilertson, now the attack by Reap. That was the one who came in and I wasn't recognizing. Stephenson gets blocked up front, and as I say blocked up front, it was 4 hits on the Vikings as it went into the net. Steer comes back in. I missed Amanda Nelson step onto the floor, the 5'1" junior. But stepping back to serve is Marissa Allis for the Hawley Golden Nuggets. Not sure what the discussion was there because I don't recognize the hand signals for sure, but we'll resume play. Welch with the set over. Jekvig with the set up, and now here's the attack by Reap. Vikings able to work with it. Now it's on the Nuggets side, and it'll turn into points for the Vikings as we all saw that net wiggle as the block, they grabbed the top of it just a little bit, and that caused an issue. Allis steps off. And I believe we're seeing Ingrid Rustad step on for her. 18-10 as the Nuggets work it around. Reap on the attack. Gathered up by Eisman, here's Korf on the attack for the Vikings. Worked around, free ball across by Salinas. Set up and sent over by the Vikings. Nuggets will do the same thing and send it back. This one is Grace Backstrom, who will... I'd like to give her the point, but it was the Nuggets in the net. Okay, they did, and it was my mistake as Roisum. Anna Roisum was the one with the kill there. Rusted sets it up and finds the kill there for Reap to make it in the books. Ingrid Rusted with the assist. 5'5" freshman. We saw her play a little on Tuesday night. Walker steps off the floor. Iverson steps back on. Rusted will serve. As the Vikings work it around, here's Stephenson on the attack. Jekvig got to it. Iverson on the attack and the kill. She was set up by Allie Reap for the assist. As we go 20-11 on the scoreboard, thanks to Community Co-ops. Community Co-ops, Lake Park, Detroit Lakes, Mahnomen, Twin Valley, and Flum. Talk more about them in a bit with 20-11 our score. Vikings hard hit back. Steer was there. No, excuse me, that's Salinas. Halgrud on the other side for the Vikings. Eisman, and then free balled by Roisum. Salinas there for the dig. Rusted, the attack. And then it's blocked and gathered again by Isabel Steer. Set up again by Rusted. Here's the attack by Iverson to the back row. Great job for McKenna Iverson, assisted by Ingrid Rusted. 10-point lead for the Golden Nuggets of Hawley. Steer was tying her shoe, so quick officials break. Rusted remaining on the serve. Eisman to dig. Roisum, now Stephenson. She'll send it over for the free ball. Worked over, too many hits, it was too close to the net. Oh, there's a setup there for Rusted to send over. Here's Stephenson trying to block, and then, it turns into Stephenson being in the net. I thought maybe there was a carry by the Nuggets as they were trying to block up front, and it kind of got pressed between the net and their hands, and it gets to be kind of confusing there. At least they weren't lifting on the ball. Lucky break. Rusted on the serve. Vikings working with it. Hard set over. Salinas. Rusted with the setup. Now Iverson with the attack and the kill. That was a great dive, though. I have to give credit to Eisman, who did a great job diving for it to make the attempt, but just a little bit too shallow off of her arm. 23-11 here in set number 3 as the I Believe cheer starts. Stephenson on the attack. Salinas is there on the dig. Rusted, and now the attack by Reap. Good job by Halgrud. Stephenson, hard set over. Iverson to the back. Halgrud worked around. I believe that's Nelson, Kaya Nelson, as this ball goes into the net and turns into points for the Nuggets. I didn't get to talk about Kaya Nelson, who's the junior and setter out there for the Vikings. 24-11. Will Ingrid Rusted get the big win for her? Big block up front. Roisum, another big block. Great job by the Nuggets on the front end. Called off between Stephenson and Roisum. They couldn't quite figure it out, and the Nuggets end up with the win for set number 3 and the match win with a 25-11 end here from the Hawley High School in Hawley, Minnesota. On that note, we'll be coming back in just a little bit to talk a few statistics and talk about the two teams, and moving on here along with the couple of players, hopefully, and we'll talk to the coaches as well Pelican Rapids falls to 1-5 on the season. The Hawley Golden Nuggets will go to 8-3 as Coach Rusted shows a little muscle for her team, and her girls did as well tonight. With 3-set win, we'll be coming right back on yourliveevent.com with some statistics and interviews. Don't go anywhere.
Work has begun to replace Line 3 near your community, and keeping everyone safe is our top priority. Please be extra careful when driving near construction activity. Be aware of trucks and heavy equipment, and please don't enter the work areas because we all want everyone home safe. For more information, visit enbridge.com/line3us.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
If you're in need of Minnesota and/or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at YourLiveEvent1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck, Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Welcome back on yourliveevent.com. I'm Leaf Bakken, everybody, and thanks for sticking around for some closing statistics here. As I've got unofficial statistics, that's the word, on my papers, and we'll run through those as the Hawley Nuggets came up with the 3-set win over the Pelican Rapids Vikings, and that'll move them to 8-3 on the season for the Nuggets, 1-5, unfortunately, for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. We saw in the first set it was 25-14. It was a tight start, but Hawley started to take control with about a 6 to 7 point lead after about 7, and then they extended that lead to their 25-14 11-point win. And then set number 2, we saw quite a few net violations and miscommunications that got the Vikings back in after the Nuggets were way ahead, but some hard attacks kept the Nuggets alive. 25-18 the final for set 2. And then we come to set number 3, where we started to see a little bit of fatigue maybe on the Vikings side of things, and we started to see some big power hits, and 25-11 is where we ended up with some backup players and some second-string players out there for the Nuggets. Let's take a look at your statistics, and then we'll get a couple of interviews here in a second, starting off with the Pelican Rapids Vikings, as We saw a total of 3 aces for them, and they were both in the one in the first set, 2 in the second. 2 blocks for the entire game, both in the first set. As for kills, according to my stats, 4 in the first, 3 in the second, and 6 in the final set. The leader, we'll come back to leaders in a second, and then 2, 2, and 4 for assists in each of these sets. Your leader in aces was Kelsey Eisman with 2 of the 3. We saw 1 block for Morgan Korf and 1 block for Ellie Welch. Good job by Ellie Welch there towards the end. We saw her pick up 3 kills on the night, but your leader in kills is going to be Anna Roisum and Kelsey Eisman. They each had 4. And on the assists front, nobody but Sophia Paulson, who did a great job doing her job as the setter with 6 assists. Out of the 8, the other 2, 1 from Korf and 1 from Tori Stevenson. As for the Hawley Nuggets, here's how your statistics went. We saw 3 aces in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. Don't know why I wrote 1 in the third. I very clearly see 1, 2, 3 in the third, so that's 9 total. Your co-leaders were Fleming, Anna Steer that is, and Jada Jekvig. Each had 2. On the blocks front, we saw 3 in the first, 1 in the second, and none in the third. Your leader for blocks was Isabel Steer, doing a nice job up front. As for kills, listen to this, folks. It was 10, 10, and 10 in those 3 sets. Your leader for kills tonight, Faith Rusted, with 8, followed by 7 by Anna Steer, then 6 on Isabel Steer, who did a nice job as a freshman tonight, making things happen. And then on the assist side, we saw 2, 3, and 10. And most of those going to Alex Eilertson, who did a great job with 9 assists on the evening. And then Ingrid Rusted came in and did a nice job with 3 in her, making her coming off the bench and making it work. Well, let's get to some of these players. Whoever wants to come over here first and talk to me. They can come back. You can do whatever you want. I'm ready for you. Who wants to go first? Okay. There's that, and I'll control you here as we have Alex Eilertson step up to the plate first here. Congratulations, Alex. Great job. You did your job. That's the big thing. I mean, you're the setter, so you get the second touch. You set everybody up for the really big, awesome plays we get to see to finish things out.
Yes, it's super fun to just be able to help my teammates, and we're all working together. And it's just so fun to be part of such a good family that just works hard for each other.
You know, between you and Fleming and Rusted, Faith, you guys work, you're all seniors, so you guys have been playing together.
Yeah.
You guys have really figured out a rhythm, it feels like. You're able to set both Faith and Grace up pretty well. And so, I mean, that just kind of comes with experience and working together, right?
Yeah, it's so special because we've played volleyball together since we were like itty-bitty second graders. So to be able to be together our senior year and just experience all the things that we can is super fun.
You had a big night on Tuesday as well. You come into Pelican Rapids, come into town. I mean, 2 big nights for you, and you got to feel pretty good, and especially in front of an entertaining and energetic crowd that you've got as well.
Yes, it's an awesome feeling, and we have a super supportive student section this year, which I'm very grateful for, and our parents have always been super encouraging and always have brought the energy to our team.
You know, one of the surprising things that maybe we don't necessarily see a lot of setters do this, but you had a couple of kills on the night, so that's kind of nice to stack up on your stat sheet, along with, according to what I have, 9 assists. So again, a big night just all the way around as a setter.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it comes in handy being left-handed. I get to catch people off guard sometimes,
For
but
sure.
It's just getting the rhythm of setting my hitters up and then finding the openings. So
one more thing to ask you, and then I'll let you go, is a couple of thoughts. I found it interesting, and not a lot of people do it. You're trying to set the timing, of course, as the second touch of the ball.
Yeah.
I liked a couple of those times where you kind of just do a behind the back. We're just going to let this one go.
Yeah, got to keep them on their toes.
Absolutely. So, hey, great job tonight, and congratulations on another big win. And then next week you guys host Crookston here at home and during homecoming week, so that'll be big.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. That's Alex Eilertson. She did a great job tonight for her team, setting up the plays. She gets the second touch, and so just great to see that. Great to see her working hard, and we'll see who together. Okay, I'll make an exception tonight as Faith Rusted and Maddie Walker step up now, and I'll try to ask you guys back and forth, and starting off with you, Faith. I don't want to. I shouldn't go back too much, but on Tuesday you had a great night. You did a great job, and so congratulations. 2 wins this week, and so good to see. And I was just saying to Alex that you and Grace and Alex have worked together for so long that it just seems like it's like clockwork out there. It just goes really smooth.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I've been playing with them since I started volleyball. And they're my bestest friends, and it's so fun to play with them on the court and be with them off the court.
According to my stats, you had 8 big kills tonight, so that's just more to stack up, and it makes it intimidating when the other teams come in, and if they take a look at the tape, of course, they're seeing you and Grace hammer it down and bring on the pressure.
Yeah.
So, Maddie, you came off the bench, helping out a little bit, and what's that feel like to come and help out?
It feels awesome. Yeah.
And as a junior, that's good. You're one of the leaders on this team. You've got some seniors to look up to, but you're coming up on your senior year, and you've got some younger. And I lost my word, but you've got younger teammates that are probably looking up to you. And what's your advice as you're helping out and working with them?
Just always work hard and encourage your teammates to do their best.
I'd say that's pretty dang good advice. And also, you're in a similar position as Alex where you're the setter, so you're always looking for that second touch. And so quite a few, you rack up assists when you get out there. And so it's all about timing, right, on your side of things? Well, to both of you, again, great job this week. 2 big wins. You guys have Crookston coming up next week. Are you guys going to watch some film? Are you going to just mostly practice? What's the situation as we prepare for next Tuesday?
I don't know. It depends what the coach decides.
Yeah, work hard, probably run a bit.
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys, between the two of you thought tonight that went really, really well that, you'll continue to work on, obviously?
We worked really good together, and we got our whole bench in, so that was great.
Yeah, our varsity, our starting varsity, we pulled ahead so then all of the rest of the bench could get in, and we thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really special. Being able to take care of business and then let everybody else kind of take care of business on the back end for you as well. So, hey, congratulations, you guys, again, and thanks for having me along, and thanks for putting on a good show the last 2 nights, and looking forward to next week as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There you go. Faith Rusted and Maddie Walker doing a good job tonight for their Golden Nuggets of Hawley. And again, 3-set win over the Pelican Rapids Vikings. So glad to have them on and talking with us. Hey, guess what's coming up in just a little bit? We have our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game coming up in just a bit. So stick with us. We're going to take a quick break and come back with Coach Kat Rusted, and then we'll be back and then we'll talk about our Enbridge Player of the Game in just a bit here on YourLiveEvent.com. 3-0 for the Golden Nuggets of Hawley over the Pelican Rapids Vikings.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it. And always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
as we clean up the Hawley High School gym and get ready to head home on a Thursday night, another big win for the Hawley Nuggets. I'm Leif Bakken. Glad you're with us on yourliveevent.com, and none other than Kathleen Rusted, head coach for the Nuggets, standing by. And Coach, you had a good week. You had a really successful Tuesday night, and then you had a successful Thursday night, and it's kind of nice to be done with it in 3.
Yes, it's always nice to get done a little bit early. Happy with the girls' play. They came out aggressively in that first game, and by the end of the third set, we were able to get everybody out on the floor from our bench. So always happy with a night like that when everybody contributes, all the way from your seniors all the way down to your freshmen.
Yeah, and that's what I was just talking with Maddie and with Faith about, is how great it is to be able to work so hard and work together to get to that point that everybody gets on the floor and everybody's having fun. And that's the ultimate point. You as a coach know that yeah, winning is great, but everybody having fun and learning something through this sport is huge.
You bet it is. And, you know, all those girls come to practice every single day, and they contribute day in, day out. So sometimes not all those girls get to be on the floor, and you like everybody to know that there is 12 people on the team, and everybody's or 14 people on the team. They're all contributing, and so I was really happy with the girls. They all got to get out there and show what they've been doing.
On tonight's game, I mean, we saw Eilertson with another great game. I mean, getting that second touch is huge, setting everybody up, especially Fleming and Rusted for those big kills. I mean, that's what makes the clock work. I mean, if you don't get that set up quite right, it just kind of seems like a scramble, and once again, Alex did a great job tonight.
Alex is leading the team great. She does a great job putting those balls exactly where those hitters want it, especially in key times. You know, volleyball is a game of momentum, and when you can get a few sets, you know, from one pin on one side of the court to another pin on the other side of the court, involving all the middles, the outsides, right sides, you know, the Pelican probably didn't know where it was kind of going to go next. So I got to hand it to Alex. She led the team very well tonight.
Anna Steer, a junior, doing a really nice job as well. She's able to put the ball to the floor, and again, you've got those 3 seniors that have worked together, but you've got a couple of juniors who've worked right there with them, and so you got to be impressed with the way Anna played. Of course, Faith did a great job as well, and Isabel Steer really showing up in those first few sets and just hammering them to the boards and making a name for herself tonight.
You bet. Both Izzy and Anna, they're very well known for their jumping ability. They can get up there and they stop the ball. I think at the end of the game, Izzy had 3 stops in a row. So she's definitely gets up at the net. She tracks the ball well. You know, she is only a 9th grader, so there's a lot of learning to do there. Anna gets up there and she's swinging at the ball. Every single time she gets an attempt, she's learning to be a really smart player.
And I don't want to cast any shadows on your senior, McKenna Iverson, who did a great job tonight as well. She had at least 5 kills, according to what I've got, and so she had a good read on the floor a couple of times and found the holes in Pelican Rapids' defense.
You bet. She gets up when she shows. She gets up and she hammers. She loves it. And, you know, the girls respect that, too. She earns the respect on the floor from her blockers as well. You know, they better be set up because she's ready to hit the ball.
Well, let's just take a quick moment to review kind of this week and talk about the 2 games. You had the big home opener and rival game with DGF, and a really exciting night with the 4-set win, 3-1, and the 3rd and the 4th set were huge. I mean, 26-24 and 28-26. That kind of gets to be long. I mean, the girls are conditioned, and I think we started to see that tonight against Pelican Rapids, where we started to see maybe a little fatigue on their side, but your girls seem to be in condition and ready to play, and they're playing hard.
You bet. You know, it gets to the end of the week, and you've had a really big game against DGF on Tuesday, and it's not only physically, I think it's emotionally. You know, you get hyped up for that game, and then you come back to practice, and you prepare for another team, and your mind's kind of going here, going there. School, I know they take that seriously. Academically, our girls really put a lot of time and effort into what they do at school, too. I know a lot of them say they're staying up, doing some homework, so learning to prioritize, I think, is a big deal, and I think they're happy that it is Friday tomorrow. So we'll get back in the gym, do what we need to do, and then have a little break. Come back Monday.
From these 2 games, what would you say your takeaways are on the positive and maybe on the negative side as well, just to work on as you work towards Crookston?
Positives would be our serving was really good tonight. I was really happy with the effective serving. Negatives would be those errors. unforced errors at the net. You know, we got, I think, one run in the second game where we had about 4 or 5 errors almost in a row. So if we can nip that in the bud, straighten it out, I think we'll be sitting okay for Crookston.
Yeah, a couple of violations, but again, you just got some strong players all the way around. I think that's the story I kind of gone with this week, is a strong game. I mean, we've seen some serves on your side go out of bounds. We've seen some attacks go out of bounds. Your girls are strong, and it just takes a little bit of precision and maybe a little bit of an angle of the wrist, I guess, a little more. And there could be a hole in the floor here at the gym, Coach, because, I mean, that ball is just smacked. And unfortunately, it goes out of bounds, but a lot of the times we are hitting inbounds.
I think it's the positive. There is room for improvement, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to hit your high early on in the season, and we do have a few weeks left. So we know that we got to get back in the gym and work on those little fine-tuning things, work on the details, work on that discipline footwork too.
Once again, is there anything else heading to Tuesday against Crookston that'll be on your guys' minds? Are you guys going to watch some film, just going to do some practicing, work on a few things? And it's homecoming week, so it's going to be a big game as well on Tuesday night.
You bet. We'll watch a little tape like we normally do, watch a little video, hit the gym on Monday with practice, and I think Crookston always brings, they bring kind of a competitive edge too. I know they have basketball is a big thing in their town, but volleyball, you know, those little athletes, they're kind of like Pelican and kind of like Breckenridge, where you're not quite sure what they're going to come at with you. They also have, you know, the coach brings a level of intensity too. You have to appreciate that, and it's always hard coming in to an away game for them. So we're happy to have it home again.
Right.
On our floor, yes, homecoming. So we'll fill the stands again like we have this week.
Excellent. Coach Kathleen Rusted for the Hawley Golden Nuggets with another win this week. Improves the record to 8-3 on the season, and they take this 1-3. Thanks so much, Coach. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more statistics and wrapping up with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game here on YourLiveEvent.com.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With YourLiveEvent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with Your Live Event.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
And welcome back on a Thursday night to Hawley High School. I'm Leif Bakken on YourLiveEvent.com, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, as we wrap things up here with the Nuggets' 3-0 win over the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Run through this once again, and we'll be getting right to your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game in just a second. But let's run through this. In set number 1, it was 14-25 with the Nuggets in control of all three, obviously, as you see on our Community Co-op scoreboard. 25-18 in set number 2 and 25-11 in set number 3. On the statistics, looking here once more, we saw for the Vikings of Pelican Rapids, 3 aces, 2 blocks, 13 kills, and 8 assists total. Your leader was Sophia Paulson in assists. Leader in kills was Kelsey Eisman. And the blocks were split between a few people, and the 2 aces, also Eisman, leading the way there. As for the Hawley Nuggets, we saw 9 aces for them, 4 blocks tonight, 30 kills, and 15 assists, unofficial statistics. Those 9 of those 15 assists were for Alex Eilertson, who did a great job setting up her team for the win. We saw 30 kills, as I mentioned, the leader there, Faith Rusted, with 8, followed by Anna Steer with 7, and then her sister, Isabel Steer, with 6. 4 blocks, 3 of those by Isabel Steer, and again 9 aces split between Anna Steer and Grace Fleming with 2 apiece. A good job tonight for the 2 teams here as we see the 3-0 win once again for the Nuggets of Hawley. And this will bring up our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game to wrap things up. And I am going to give my Enbridge Energy Player of the Game to Isabel Steer. She had 3 of the 4 blocks. She was the third in points tonight with 6. And she really did a nice job. She really showed her stuff here, especially in that second and third set. She put some kills down. And so I enjoyed that, and she just did a great job. A freshman for this team, putting in the work, and she started as well. So gotta love it. Gotta love the commitment that these girls have put to this game and everything they're doing. Isabel Steer, your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Congratulations to Isabel Steer, and congratulations once again to the Hawley Golden Nuggets as they have extended their to an 8-3 win-loss record and a 1-5 for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Crookston will come to town on Tuesday for a homecoming game here in Hawley at the Hawley High School. Hey, guess what, folks? You get to deal with me again on that game, and I'll be glad to bring it for you here as we go along. Then we'll be off next Thursday for the Nuggets, and I believe I'll be at Maple River next week here on YourLiveEvent.com. Thanks so much to Community Co-ops and Enbridge for their support, along with the other sponsors that you saw throughout this game broadcast as we wrap things up here from the Hawley High School gym. Thanks, of course, to Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, providing YourLiveEvent.com for all you folks at home, and we appreciate it. Once again, the Hawley Nuggets beat the Vikings in 3 sets, 25-14, 25-18, and 25-11. A fun night, a fun few nights here on YourLiveEvent.com from Hawley High School, and that's going to do it for me, Leif Bakken. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here on YourLiveEvent.com. Don't forget to visit those folks that you saw throughout the night, and patronize them and see what they're up to, and thank them for their support of the athletics here on YourLiveEvent.com. Well, that's going to do it here from Hawley High School, a 3-0 win against the Pelican Rapids Vikings, and I'm Leif Bakken, and until next time, we'll see you down the road.